So the deadline has been increased, I guess. Did you get the message regarding that?
No, sir, like they sent a mail.
I guess the deadline for the 11th week and 12th week is now same. So you'll get the announcement because the 11th week was having so much of content, but almost everything is like already you have covered in stats 2 or 1, but it has been increased to, I guess,
Yeah, it
24th.
is 24th. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Sir, one doubt here. I have not started with week 11, so I have to do recap first and then content that.
Yeah. So you can just go. So whoever has not seen the content, so what I can do, I'll take some sessions in the next week also because we have sessions next week also for the 12th also. So yeah, so for the recap, like see, the recap is like recap consists of all the things regarding discrete random variable. Okay, so those things you can just go through the lectures like with 2x speed or whatever speed you are suitable with, because almost all the content you have already learned in stats 2 or stats 1. Okay, so those are not that difficult. So 11th week is not that difficult, but the problem is there are so many videos and all that you need to just go through. Maybe at some point you'll not get some ideas because the what you can say, the because every professor generally have the different way to teach. So Andrew sir was teaching the stats part with some different like subscript and all. So here the subscript would be different. Otherwise, every all the concepts are same. So you can just go through the videos with 2x speed. Otherwise, if you'll just go and solve the problems also, you'll not face, I guess, the issue.
Okay, sir.
Most of the concepts in the recap are like very simple. You have already done that. So, okay. So how many of you have gone through the content? I guess very less people will be there. So how many of you have gone through the content of 12th, 11th week? Okay. So how many of you have done the 10th week graded assignment? Like it's done and we are about to submit it. No.
Partially did it.
Okay. So so one thing we can do, we can shift the session to the next week, right? So you can submit the 10th week by when is the last date to submit the 10th week?
Yes, sir. That would be a good idea.
So when is the last date to submit the 10th week? This
It is,
Saturday.
yeah, I think it is
7th. Okay. So day after
17th.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
So okay. So 17th is there. So maybe you can just go through the lectures on 18th and we can have the session on 19th. Is that fine for the 11th week?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Because see, next week then you have to do so for 11th and 12th, 24th is the deadline. Okay. So what I can do is for 11th week, I'll take the session on 17th, 18th, 19th. So I'll just share that screen once and I'll just write it there. Okay. So this is the schedule, right? So tomorrow, do you want me to take, because tomorrow again we'll have the session regarding 11th week. So that can be skipped, right? So that can also be shifted to the next week. So, okay. So next week we are having already session on 20th and 23rd. So we'll have one session on 19th, right, to discuss the 11th week, right?
Okay.
Okay. And 20th, we can, so 11th, what we can do is discuss the concept, and then 12th, we can discuss the solve with
The problems. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And then you can have a session on the 23rd that is related to 12th week, and again have a session on 20. So you will be having session on 19, 20, 21, all the 3 days. Is that fine? And
Yes, sir.
or you okay. Or okay. So tomorrow, today you can't. see the session. Let's see. What is okay, 18th, if you just see the content, we can have a session on 19th to discuss the 11th week everything, like solve with us also or concepts also on 19th itself. So that we'll be having time for 4 weeks for the 12th week. 12th week is also like almost not that difficult. Only one or two lectures are a bit difficult. Otherwise, everything is simple.
It is more to do with probability, I guess, right?
12th week is like Markov, Chebyshev and all, like EM model one. So only some
Okay.
factor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you can do 70 after submission, you can watch the lectures and we can have a session on 19th. On 19th, so I'll discuss everything. So concepts also. So we'll be having sessions like we'll be having doubts and we'll solve and then we'll go through the solve with us. Okay. And 20th, 12th week and 23rd solve with us for 12th week. And then after that, we'll be having revision session and all. So, and what about the quiz too? So there was some errors. So I only prepared the paper, but the problem is like while reviewing, only I was the person who was solving. So while reviewing also, I was doing the same mistake every time. So maybe because of that, that happened. So this is the first time it has happened. But yeah.
So those questions will have like 0 marks or something.
No, because many of the person were saying they have gave so much of time for those questions, so we gave the marks for those questions. So for 2 questions we gave the marks. Like those were pretty difficult. And one question, I guess the positive definite and all. So I just removed that question because that question would not have taken time much. So
Yeah.
and everything else was fine. For one question, the range was like the exact answer would be around 6.89. So I've just increased the range from 6 to 8.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
6 to 8 or 6 to 8.5. So yeah, so that was the range. So I have the marks also. Maybe the so what is the date for the announcement of the marks today, right?
I think it was Monday or something.
Okay. So the graph plot and everything is fine for this term, like this quiz, the marks. So the average marks is around 60, I guess, out of 100. But the passing percentage and all is everything fine. Yeah, SPD problem we gave the marks already. The problem was pretty simple, but the only in spite of three, how did I wrote one? Like in spite of one, I wrote three and I didn't check the answer. So in matrix there was an error. So yeah, this happens.
So what about the recap? Like we had this thing, right? Like a bonus mark thing that was introduced in between.
Okay, so for the reflection quiz, you have got the questions, right?
Yeah, that happened just once, and yeah, we had that. But will the marks be added? Like how will that be calculated?
So two more you'd have got. So for 6th week also you got, and so this is a question that you need to solve. Just to go through the this one AQ 6.0 this course, what you can say, the post, and you need to answer this problem and there is one more problem. So you'll get the problem from each week, like for each of the week, like so you'll get for the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th also one question, and out of that 6 7 best 5 will be counted. So 5
So,
marks will be there for this.
but we had just one.
No, now you can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
So today we have updated for week 6 also and week 8 also. 21st July is the deadline. We have sent the announcement also today itself.
Okay. Okay.
So this you can do for the 6th week and the 8th week. Okay, so this problem is of 2 marks. So 5 out of 7 or 8 will post. So 5 out of that will be counted for your bonus mark.
Okay.
Okay, so Is what, and the 11th week recap, somebody wants to go, you can go through that. All of the things you have already seen, but we can just go once again with 2x speed, right? And then because practice or graded will be there from the recap also. Okay, so you have to go through that from.
Okay.
Okay. So nothing is pending from our side, right? We have updated, I guess, graded till 10th week. Practice assignment is left for, I guess, 11th week. That I need to upload. That's it, right? Nothing else is left. So, and the reflection question for week 9, 10, 11, 12. So 9 to 10, I need to see the discourse and then I'll post it. Anything else that is pending from our side? That's nothing else. And the revision session will happen accordingly after 24th. But the rest of the problems was not that difficult, right? In the quiz, all of the questions we have already discussed in the revision session also, right?
Yeah. Because
Most of
the
the
thing,
problem, I already gave some hint or some sort of things regarding the problems. So even for the HVD problem, and also I told you the method how to solve. But the problem is the matrix got like one problem was there. Else was fine, I guess.
yeah, the only issue was like there were like one or two problems that actually took up a lot of time. That
Okay.
was the only issue. Other than that, like uh, complexity wise, it was quite similar to what had been discussed and like what we saw during the revision sessions and things like that.
Yeah. Here for the final quiz also, we have started preparing the questions. So we'll send you the announcement regarding the percentage of questions that will be from quiz one, quiz two, and so the weightage will be almost similar to the last. Okay, so
I
the
think you
weightage,
had posted in Discord or something, right? Like, was it you
yeah,
or
some. Okay, yeah, I posted that and we'll send it across on the mail also, the same thing.
yeah?
Well, that is fine. So so we'll do that. So 19th, 20, and 23rd will be having session next week, and and this is that. And tomorrow's session I'll cancel that because tomorrow's nobody will be. If you'll see the lectures, it will be pretty simple for me also because those things I can't discuss all the things, right? Because 11th week is the thing that we have already studied 2-3 times. So it's no point to discuss all the concepts, right? We can just discuss the problem wherever you are having, right? Or the things that is newer, like there are some things like transformation, and those 1-2 concepts we can discuss. Other than that, most of the things are we have already read. If you're having issues, we can discuss that. Otherwise, we'll solve the problems and so we'll find reflection question you'll get. um, Anything else that you want to put for the
No, sir. It is. I think week 11 is like basically stats
yeah,
to,
it's
I guess.
totally stats. Yeah, it's totally stats.
But I think compared to like week 11, like week 10 is a bit more involved, I guess. Like even if you compare concept, like the
Hmm.
depth of the concept,
Yeah, yeah.
because
So
like,
the week uh, 8, 9, 10 was a bit like tricky. Other than that, everything's simple like MLF. And week 5, like because of the linear algebra and all.
yeah. I think prior to those SVD and PC concepts is basically like we have a blend of maths too and things like that. Like you have calculus and basic linear algebra stuff.
Hmm. So
Like
what are the
that.
next term from next term? The ML techniques will be taken by Raj Kumar sir only, Arun Raj Kumar, I guess. Earlier, the faculty was Ashish sir was taking earlier. Now, I guess Professor Arun Raj Kumar will take the MLT also, ML techniques for next term, I guess, because he is recording again for that ML technique.
Okay.
So
So
whoever has taught the optimization thing.
so it is like this one only. This ML techniques is like theoretical or
Yeah, theoretical,
like you have.
but but heavy theory, but you'll not feel like that. Like the same thing you'll be doing in practice, so you'll be coding the same thing in the practices.
Okay.
Like you'll be teaching like in the MLT, like for example, how does that linear regression works, and the same thing we'll be doing with the sklearn in the ML practices. That is what going to happen.
Okay. So like you have two things, right? MLT and MLP. Like you are having two subjects, right? So
Yeah.
once you complete MLF, so both are somewhat like on an equal, like difficulty wise, are they equal?
Yeah, difficulty wise, like if you know if you have done ML techniques, then the practices will become simple. Only the you need to have some hands-on like on Python or Scala.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, so anybody can do both at a time also. But if somebody is doing ML techniques first and then MLP, that is a great like you'll be having total 12 weeks. You can just put it on coding if you have done the ML techniques because you need to do some projects also. So you have to submit some good projects also in ML practices.
okay, okay.
And then some
Yes,
Kaggle competition is also going on for this term. So next term also there will be
yes.
that will be there. So there are like and then so there are some like more complexity in the MLP. You'll be having more number of quizzes and all in ML practice. You'll be having Viva for that, and then you'll be having some two more coding practice exam apart
For
from quiz.
techniques.
For techniques, there won't be. Yeah, this time there was, but I don't know about the next term. But this time there was for ML techniques also the coding was there, and ML practices also the coding was there. So whoever has taken both at the time, so you need to go through that exam, coding exam for like 6 hours a day, whenever there will be exam. But there
Okay.
will be some changes that you'll get to know after after the completing foundation course.
Yeah, that was a good insight because like look, once you complete this, like it is kind of like a dilemma, right? Like which one will you go for and things.
So
So I
there
just
will be sessions regarding that also, which one to opt for and all. So at that time, maybe you can consult the better portion. There will be some orientation, and then there will be some 2 3 sessions regarding that also, which courses to opt and after this in the break that we'll be having after this term.
yeah.
So okay, so anything else like anything you want to say? For the final quiz, we'll send the announcement, and then for the reflection quiz, everything is like will be updated by this weekend. So you can submit. Those are pretty simple ones. You can just go through one post, like both the posts. You can just search it on the Discord. You'll get to know about that. You can comment it. Whatever you want to do, you can do that. Just go through that this
Yes.
forum discussion, and then you can answer that. Uh, So marks maybe today or Monday you'll get, but I have the marks. Like we have already signed off for the marks. So anything else, or we'll meet on the 19th of July, right?
We meet on the next session.
Okay. I'll just ask them to close the session, today's session, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything else is having anything you can just say. What else will? So please go through the content 11th week content on before 19th. Otherwise, it will become again. It becomes monotonous. Like only one two people are speaking, and then so please go through that content. If you're having doubt, you can ask it. And otherwise, we'll be having that solve with us also on that day itself.
Yeah. We'll do it on different days, right? Like that would be easier. I mean,
Uh,
if some people have doubts and things.
yeah, so we'll discuss the doubt and then solve with us. So that can session can go beyond 2 3 hours, but yeah, we'll do it on that day itself. Yeah, so I'll upload that practice assignment solution for week 10. I guess it's uploaded. Week 11, I need to upload.
Practice. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can, so one guy is George. You can just go on the portal. Week 10, we have uploaded. 11, I'll upload it after the session. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you. Like today's session, like we have just shifted it because I was already knowing that many of you do not have seen the content because of the hectic that last week only the quiz has happened. So we'll do it in the next week, like 11th and 12th both. So you have some time, so you can go through that. Is that fine with you? Right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Uh, Sir, when will be the release result will come?
The result maybe next. So what is the schedule date for that?
I think somewhere I read it is Monday or something.
Okay. Monday.
Somewhere I don't know if it is on Discourse or something like. Somewhere it said on Monday, like on the 18th or something.
Okay. But, okay. So, but we have the marks about maybe today. I guess somebody is saying today will post or maybe tomorrow.
But like it should be out soon because like today they released the end term eligibility and things like that. That was released today. So I think it might be before this week. But usually what happens is like I think it is like on every Monday, like at the start of the new week. That's how it usually happens. But if it's calculated earlier, like it might get released.
Yeah, so I was also aware of 18, but as having I did it yesterday itself. So, so the graph and all is fine for like this quiz. It's a normal distribution. I'll just show it once and then I'll close it. Where is that? Yes, it's a fine plot, I guess. So 74% of the people has passed this. You can see this, right?
It is still spinning for me, like showing like it is
What?
still showing as you have started screen share. The screen is not visible.
It's not visible, is it?
Yeah, it is not. Like it is still spinning, showing Vishal Raj has started.
Oh, okay. Maybe the net
Visible
issue.
actually.
Sir, it is visible, sir. For us, it
then
is visible.
Then it might be in my network. Sorry.
Okay. It's a good plot. Fine. Yeah. So maybe today or tomorrow you'll get to know regarding the marks. I have that Excel sheet also regarding the marks.
Yeah, I think it will be released today because if they release the end term eligibility, like it means that they have considered both of the quizzes already, right?
Correct.
So it should be out early.
Yeah. So I don't know what's the. Okay. So I'll close this, right?
Yes, sir. Yes. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So if anybody is having anything, you can ask like regarding anything. So quiz, I already told you, like for the 2 questions, we have just gave the grace marks, and then the range also we have increased for 1 question. Okay, I'll just ask them to close. So we'll meet on the 19th of July. We'll discuss the 11th week and then 20. So I'll just tell the team to update regarding the live sessions.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.